What, CN players are wrong? The CN players make a mistake? Nuclear drama. CN Theorycrafters calls out CN. Unprecedented in the history of theory crafting.
Subscribe!
One CC found very different values, highly valuing Zhu Yuan's signature weapon engine compared to all other calculators on her. For context, I know exactly who this guy is. It's Carter Young. He is an excellent content creator on Bilibili. Absolutely god tier. I go through many tests to see how and found out that they may be misinterpreting her signature damage. And their calcs thus look incorrect compared to everyone else's. My calcs from my vid are still the same, and I believe them to be correct. Nothing changing on my side. So a CN content creator found a signature weapon to be 20% better than Starlight P5 and 8% better than Brimstone P1 at max stacks. Yo, Guoba, if you're watching my show, hey, Marcus, I'll get this shit done tomorrow. Usually day 1, Zenless Zone 0, not gonna be very fast, because Zenless Zone 0 does not have a creator experience server like Honkai Starbucks. So guides on day 1, they are probably gonna be a little bit raw. Might be a bit raw. But by day 2 or day 3, there should be a lot more. For reference, I found signature to be 13% better than Starlight P5 in standard rotation, 6% better in burst, and Brimstone very close to signature. Regardless, I wouldn't say they are wrong. Instead, I aim to figure out how they found this. Was it assumption difference, calculation difference, etc.? Here are my tests. I changed Starlight in my burst rotation to be regular attack percentage, not combat attack percentage. See if they forgot to include as combat. Result, signature is better than Starlight P5 at 16%. I changed Starlight in my standard rotation, aka random shit versus trash mods, to be a regular attack, not combat attack. Result, 23%, 0.1, better than Power 5. Well, both of these are wrong values since it's combat attack percentage. I compared her EBA 1 to 3 alone, not a full rotation, to see if maybe they compare damage of just one attack string rather than full rotation, which skills this weapon. Result, signature 16.9% is better than Starlight P5. Test 1, instead of giving either damage to only where it should be, I added it to all attacks. Result, okay, I feel like this would have been a very good video content. Like Guoba kind of wasted it. Okay, give her 4 less crit subs on both weapons to emulate a weaker build. Cool to look at, but doesn't accurately represent how good the signature would be later on. Result, 16.7% better than Starlight. I removed the Starlight passive completely. There's just no way. Result, 26% better than Starlight. I changed Brimstone combat attack percentage to regular attack percentage. Result, signature 9% Brimstone. The way I calculate is I compare standard and burst rotation separate. Burst rotation is using all the resources and biggest combos on stun enemy. But this accounts for buff uptime, debuff uptime, downtime frame, data shot, data blah blah. It takes into account the stun multiplication. Then the rotations are spamming out of base and trap down results, simulating an on-field DPS outside of burst window. I use endgame crit distribution because otherwise they will swap crit weapons to the early game and mislead people late game and they share it on the videos. I ramp up weapons that need ramping up like Brimstone exactly according to how they should be ramped up. I do not give a blanket amount of stacks. I simulate the stacking. I give crit rate up when it can be, down when it should not be. I have to say it's up to the play. I thought this specific CNC just did not include as a combat attack, and it makes sense since it's a unique and recently designed multiplier. It is convenient that in some instances where we swap out a combat attack to regular attack on Starlight Brimstone, they will come out with similar results. But then I watched a video, screen sharing and translate. It seems that they even explain what combat attack is, so I'm just confused at this point. I did a final test. Test A to see if they convert the weapon shoot damage to more true multiplier, 1.35 basics on top of the damage percentage. During my switch, my numbers pretty much that's alright. I have 0.5% to it. However, the signature damage is not true multiplier, it's just damage percentage. That's in game. Multiple different rotation for multiple ENs where Brimstone is close and Starlight is behind, not by too much. The difference on this one seems to be created to me and TC friends, and the fact that we can't get the values despite heavily gutting the other weapons seems weird to me. Alright, chat, I know exactly what this video is talking about. Zhu Yuan's signature weapon versus other signature weapon, which is, I believe this is the part where Guoba is kind of discussing. Overall mechanics for combat attack percentage, which is the one that we explained, right? Your buffs in combat is based on your total attack pre-combat. So it will be inclusive of your attack percentage from your drive disc, mainstay, and subsets. We kind of really understood this, but this is the main point over here. Zhu Yuan's signature weapon versus other signature. So let me just jump in. Yeah, so they know what this means. They know exactly what is the difference between the combat attack and the non-combat attack. So they know. 3 different fields. First field, your base attack from your raw character and your base attack from your W engine. Combined, that is your raw attack. Then another component is where you get your drive disc and all that kind of stuff. Then there's going to be your raw attack over here. Then the final green one is going to be in battle. You get the buffs from all the kind of stuff. That's going to be based on this white multiplier over here. Alright, so this is going to be the W engine in contention. Soldier 11's signature weapon.
闪避反正命中敌人之装备者攻击力提升，这一类攻击力加成无法在副本外触发，需要进入。
This attack percentage cannot be triggered outside of combat. It only happens during combat. So this 3.5% attack, it will be taken into account the total pre-combat attack. So Brimstone, the attack buffs, they are based on this attack buff. This is composed of your raw attack with your attack from your drive discs. So this is your pre-combat attack. Brimstone, Soldier 11 weapon, the attack buff is based on this final attack, which is inclusive of your stats from all this. So you see all this? Attack percentage main, attack, flat attack, all that. It is all included in Soldier 11's attack buff. And the CN also knows this, right? CN also knows this. So I don't think there's any miscommunication there. It is not new.
副本达成触发条件才能增加，需要进场，所以简称超。
Yeah, and so is Starlight Engine. Any of the attack percentage bar from Brimstone, from Starlight Engine, from any shit, it is all based on in-combat attack. 2,815 times 28% of the attack buff from your Brimstone is 788.2, which is exactly right. So there is no miscommunication. They know exactly how it works. Any W engines that gives you a in-combat attack buff have a very, very substantial damage increase. I've mentioned this in my own video as well, where we talk about the damage formula. Your mods editors can kind of cook up the video in top hand. In Honkai, Starbucks, and Genshin Impact or whatever, all of your attack percentage buffs, they are based on your flat attack period. Same goes for your like Ting Yun buff, your Ting Yun attack buff. It is based on your unit's flat attack. It will never account like your attack percentage from your other sources, which makes attack percentage inherently weaker because it scales lower. But in Zenless Zone 0, this is not the case because it is scaled based on everything you have, which is very similar to damage percentage. Because damage percentage, it is just, this is your damage percentage. You go in, boom, slap it on, right?
各位说一声对不起，因为之前视频的鲨鱼女仆爱莲无极伤害期望计算时，还是按照原始多叠加8硫磺。
Okay, his Allen calculations were based off of before he realizes for his Allen. So he already amended his mistake. So his Zhu Yuan calculations are based on this new knowledge of this like combat attack.
被严重低估，所以除了朱元的武器对比以外，也给各位补充一下爱莲拿硫磺石和星辉野行石的数值。关于硫磺石，我这边并没有按照满层计算。
I am Detective Pokke, guys. This might be where things start to uncover. This content creator did not calculate Brimstone at maximum stacks. No, CN is not lying. They are transparent in the sense that he already said that he is not taking Brimstone as max stacks, and there's probably a reason why. But I want to get to the reason. But I just want to see, is that the reason why there's like a miscommunication? This, I believe, is where the assumption is wrong. He did not assume Brimstone E1 to be at maximum stacks. Unless I am misinterpreting this, I believe this is where the crux of the issue is. So Blood basically typed out this whole Japanese, which serves zero purpose because it's already wrong from the first sentence. The assumption was already wrong from the first sentence. So let's see the reason why this CN Theorycrafter did not assume Brimstone to be at the maximum stats. Maximum of 8 stacks lasts for 8 seconds, and you trigger 1 stack every 0.5 seconds. Every stack's effect, they are calculated individually, which means your first stack that you trigger will expire earlier than the last stack. By the time you reach your final stack, your first few stacks will probably be already gone. Okay, this is based on maximum stacks. 按满层计算, it means that it assumes that you do have maximum stacks. And maximum stacks is 92.58.
但考虑到实际掉层的情况，注意手法的话，实际上应该接近专有的90%。
If you consider in reality, with stacks dropping, it's closer to 90%.
但如果不注意手法，举个例子
If you only have 4 stacks, it's at 82.46. 8% better than Prison at maximum stacks. Okay, hold guys. Now Guoba is not wrong anymore. He is right. Because he is basically referring to
把
this.
层柱叠满。
He is basically referring to this specific scenario, which is at maximum stacks. So Guoba is once we are so barrack. We are so barrack to camp Guoba. Okay, so now we can kind of continue. So Guoba's calculation is they basically have no difference. In fact, in this specific scenario, the fucking Brimstone P1 outperforms the signature light cone. Okay, but to be fair, this is not really how you play Zhu Yuan anyways. You play her as a burst DPS, so this is not really that important. Okay, but to know that, wow, the signature weapon actually changes basically like 1.8% from Brimstone and 5.97% with Starlight Engine. This is a very, very big difference compared to a 7.5% drop off at maximum stacks. This Brimstone from Soldier 11 is basically the equivalent of 4 of an Aeon in Honkai Starbucks. The change from fire damage to attack percentage from CBD3 to the current live version makes this weapon extremely good for attack DPS. That's because of the way this thing works. Like, attack percentage buff in battle is just, this is absolutely bonkers. So the fact that you can stack this on up to 8 stacks, theoretically, very, very good. So it's basically like 4 of an Aeon. Very general weapon that pretty much everyone can use. Starlight Engine is at 75%. This is with the buff. This is with the buff. Yeah, I want to see if maybe there's like something in the comment section. Holy fucking shit. I don't think anyone is talking about numbers here. Okay, I guess this is where the suspicious suspicion comes in. So for Guoba's test 7, he intentionally changed Brimstone's combat attack to regular attack. So the difference between combat and regular attack percentage is based on your flat fucking attack, right? From your unit and your W engine. Combat attack is gonna be inclusive of your drive discs. He intentionally changed this from combat to regular, and now he gets a signature is 9% better than Brimstone. So I guess if he did that, it got kind of close to this, which I guess is the reason why Guoba assumed that CN didn't know the difference between combat and regular attack. But the guy literally explained the difference between combat and regular attack, so I don't think he doesn't know. I think he already took this into consideration. It's like Blood got 2 + 2 = 4, but Guoba used 1 + 3. They both got 4, but it's different. I did a final test. Weapons damage percentage is a true multiplier, like 1.35 to basics on top of damage percentage. True multiplier. Okay, I feel like this video is gonna get very fucking nerdy. But a true multiplier is basically, it is a completely separate multiplier that will just multiply whatever the fuck it is. So for example, a true multiplier of 35% means you take every damage source you have, you just times 0.35%, which is completely fucking bonkers. It is not a true damage, it is just damage percentage, right? Damage percentage, it is not a separate damage, it is just, if you have 30% on your damage percentage, you just add on, right? You don't multiply everything by a true multiplier. It's not a separate multiplier, right? So, but there's a difference here. That's the in-game, 1547, boosted EX. Okay, 20% increase, not 1.35. It is thus not a true multiplier. I think this is the conclusion. This specific misinterpreted the signature as combat damage percentage, but that's not how it works on damage percentage signature. You do get damage percentage in combat, but it doesn't multiply period damage, it is additive. Okay. Guoba might have cracked the case, guys. Okay, wait, before I say that, alright, chat. Okay, what do y'all think? I want to see how smart my chat is. Or my chat is just fucking dumbass, just thinking about abobas. Are you guys dum-dums? Are you guys dum-dums or are you guys smart people? So what's going on in the situation right now? You are right? Right about what? What am I? I'm asking you what are you following? What is you are right? I'm asking you. It's like a teacher is asking you what's 1 + 1 and you just said you are right. Type chord if you don't know what I'm talking about. All good. Okay, so how did the calculator break? Because obviously someone's calculator broke, right? Obviously someone's calculation. So how did it break? Zhu Yuan said on it. Yeah, she said on the calculator. Bro is just completely fucking clueless. Alright, sit back down. Alright, sit back down. Alright, is there anyone actually smart in my chat? Yo. Zev99. Oh, yikes. So I guess no one from Twitch chat knows what the fuck is going on. Oh, wait, yo, Trico Dex with... Oh, wait, this guy's essaying. There is a incorrect input along the string of formula. Incorrect attribution of value multipliers. There's an incorrect... Alright, so what is incorrect? We all know there is something incorrect. Even my mom knows there's something wrong, right? So what is incorrect? Alright, Blood just left the class. Alright, so Blood is also completely clueless. Is my entire Twitch chat just clueless?
Stop bullying your chat and tell us.
I wanna bully. Chat has been bullying me way too much. I wanna bully. So apparently, editors just add this part in, right? So yeah, my Twitch chat is filled with intellectuals. if I can say so myself. So let me break it down to you guys, right? Let Let Detective Pokke finish up this video for you guys. The thing that is wrong, or allegedly, right? Basically, Guoba is saying allegedly this CN Theorycrafter is wrong about this damage percentage. All right, so let's kind of break it out right here. This is Guoba. Okay, I'm giving the little nerd glasses. And this is CN. Alright, so the difference between what Guoba and the CN Theorycrafter found, like the differences, for Guoba, he discovers that damage percentage from Zhu Yuan's signature weapon, it is just the normal damage percentage, which means it is not a true multiplier, or it is not in a separate field. Increase crit rate by 50%, grants equiper 8 charge stacked up to a maximum of 8 whenever base attack deals ether damage, consume a charge that increase the skill damage by 35%. This is the key. So for Guoba, and basically majority of all of the English theory crafting community, right? I am Riveners, I win to lose. Increase skill damage by 35%. It is simply plus, oh my goodness. It is simply plus 35% skill damage. So which is the exact same as plus 35% damage percentage. If you guys play Honkai, you will be very familiar with this, right? Your basic attack damage buff from your Routine Arena. Your ultimate damage buff from Salsodo 2-piece, right? For the CN Theorycrafter, this specific Theorycrafter, he calculated it as combat damage percentage, i.e. true damage. Holy League of Legends brain rot, but there is no better way of saying it. He basically assumed that this skill damage is a true damage, like Kraken Slayer. Is Kraken Slayer's true damage? I can't remember. Basically, he assumed that this damage percentage is true damage. So what true damage does is he assumed that this 35%, it is a direct multiplier increase of everything by 35%, which will make this signature weapon extremely powerful. It is now a separate multiplier compared to the other damage percentage. If you have 50 damage percentage, you basically multiply, or rather add an additional 0.35% more. Like everything inclusive of all your crit damage, your fucking attack, your fucking res pen, your everything, you just give him, slap it on 35% damage. Whereas this is just a very simple additive damage. So if you have 50% damage, you just plus another 35, which gives you 85, right? This is not inclusive of your crit damage, your fucking attack, your red. So it is just the same multiplier. It is a very normal damage percentage buff. So this is the key difference between Guoba and the CN Theorycrafter, which kind of led up to this whole thing. I do appreciate that Guoba, he basically took his time out. I'm pretty sure this took like a long ass fucking time to do this. So test 1 all the way to test 7, it was a waste of time. None of this was the reason why the difference was there. The only thing that he actually did right was this. The final test. After 7 failed attempts, the mad scientist, Guoba Uncertified, he cooked up our final test. And I do believe this is the one that hit the nail on the head. With this final test, it matched up their calculations to be almost exactly the same at 0.05% margin of error. He has also claimed that the signature damage, like this thing over here, it is not true damage, right? It is not true damage. It is just a damage percentage. Tested in-game, post X, 3x, 20% increase, not 1.35. If it was true damage increase, it would be multiplied by 35% damage increase, right? Like I mentioned over here in my very nice drawing, if it was true damage, everything you see over here, it will just go up by 35% bonus. That is pretty much it. CN did not get the attack percentage argument wrong. They know exactly how combat and in-game attack percentage works. But I think the point that Guoba is trying to make, which is basically going to be summarized over here, they mistook that the combat attack percentage was the same as damage percentage. That will basically be the gist of the mysterious case of Guoba versus CN, brought to you by Detective Pokke. I am 99.99% sure that my assertion, my hypothesis is accurate. You don't want to say that the CN guy is wrong. Based on this, it might be right. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. CN players, they don't go through their detailed methodology of like they share that. Like they don't do that. They only show you the final testing numbers. So there is a 1% chance that it might just be a rotation difference, or it just might be a, you know, like a stat difference, because they don't include it, right? So there might be just a chance that they did not miscalculate damage percentage. So that is also a possibility. All right. ELDR. Guoba
Yo, my
might have
credit
cooked.
card transaction is having issues, so this donor will be 10 minutes late. But I know the answer as the smartest chatter. The CN content creator assumed the skill damage buff was a true damage buff while Guoba calculated it as normal damage increase. Guoba is correct and Guoba is him. And I definitely typed this message 10 minutes ago, for real, no cap on God.
This is a very interesting case. A mysterious case of EN versus CN. Could this be a mistranslation? Shut the actual fuck up. 爆击率提升15%，发动强化特殊计时，为这个 EX 6为装备者提供8成充能效果，最多叠8层。普通攻击造成以太上1的 damage， 消耗1层充能，使当前招式造成的伤害提升35%。It doesn't matter if there is a translation or mistranslation because Guoba tested it, right? He already tested this. So if it was a true damage multiplier, it would have multiplied by 35%. It is not 20%. I still think it just comes down to this. I would love to test it myself, but you know, as a free-to-play player, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, if we were getting one guy, then this would be a very easy case close. But now we have reached a point where two CN content creators have almost the same findings. You see? This one is 100 to 92. This is 192.58. Unless this CN just copied, which that's a very serious allegation, and CN take their maths very, very seriously, so let's not throw out accusations, right? In conclusion, the EN Theorycrafters are going, for the first time ever, head-to-head against CN Theorycrafters. It's quite possible that EN might actually take a W. I'm gonna remain neutral, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna hold, I'm gonna pause, and see if any more CN Theorycrafters cook up their side of the equation. I'll probably scour NJ forums, because NJ forums is where a lot of calculations come from as well. Not on YouTube, it's basically like their forum for the calculations for the nerds. So probably need to scour that. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Very interesting case of Zhu Yuan's signature weapon. It's a fucking Sherlock Holmes episode. Absolutely insane. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or join the Discord, discord.gg for this bookish. We're very active community talking about Zenless 0 on a daily basis. Check out my stream. I'm sure I'm today. See you on Discord. So that's all I have today. All the best for your dream pools. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay.